Hey, welcome back to Nerd News Today. I'm Matthew,
And this is Vinny.
and today, Vinny, this is a special day for you because it's your
Yes.
birthday.
Actually, you're about 2.5 months late for that one.
I know I'm completely off, but today's a special day for you
I know.
because, well, it's really a special day for both of us, isn't it? Because we've both been waiting for this figure right here.
Ooh, it's been a while.
Yes,
Yes,
today
it is.
we are taking a look at the brand new Amazon exclusive Fan Takeover Ultimate Edition of the
Ultimate Warrior!
Yeah,
So-
we didn't practice that. Can you
Nope.
tell?
Yeah.
So Vinny has not seen this figure yet.
No, I have not at all.
So I guess I should turn it over to you to get your initial reactions.
Yes,
I've also
yes,
barely
yes.
looked at it, but let's do this.
Let's see. Ooh, I could definitely see one head is better than the other.
I will agree. One head is definitely better than the other.
Yep.
There's some
But-
things to talk about, aren't there?
Oh, yeah, there's some things definitely to talk about.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I guess when we take them out. Let's run through this real quick. Let's talk about this packaging, 'cause that's what we always do here. And it's pretty much the same as any Ultimate Edition we've seen so far.
But there is actually one thing to it. It does have on the corner the Fan Takeover insignias on actually the two corners of the packaging, which is a nice touch.
And really, the only visual difference besides that is the fact that the colors are swapped from a typical Ultimate Edition.
True, because the borders are usually white and the inside is red. Now it's the opposite.
And in fact, here is the Ultimate Edition cane just to do a side-by-side with. So you can see it's just color swap. That's all it is.
Which, either way, they both look nice.
Yeah, does the
Like
job.
the ultimate packaging's always been a nice packaging to
I enjoy
it.
the shoebox.
Yep, and it's very collector friendly.
It is extremely collector friendly, in fact. And let's show you guys the sides of the box. You got a picture of Warrior, which we've seen like 100 times over before.
It's the same warrior picture they use for every single figure.
It actually is. In fact, we have here today with us. Want to show it off?
We have the re-released version of the Ultimate Warrior Legends. I believe this is called the Lost Legends series, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Something like that. And like we're saying, side by side. Hey, look, it's the exact same
the
picture.
exact same picture.
Crazy Warrior face.
So, like, same pose, same everything's, nothing has changed.
Not at all.
But why would you change perfection with the warrior face?
And back in the box, it's got a picture of the figure in action and a photo of Warrior from when this takes place.
Yep, which was WrestleMania 6. And to be honest, the other two choices, which were Survivor Series 1990 and actually, I'm shocked, SummerSlam 1989 did not actually win because that was also an iconic match for the Warrior.
I guess people just really want this particular version, even though we've had it like so many
We've
times.
had so
again and
many
again.
different iterations of it, exactly.
But there is a
So,
pretty big difference with this one versus the other ones, and that comes in the accessories.
yes,
among other things, but-
Among other things, so
Yeah, but I think that's enough about this box. You want to take him out, don't you?
yes, please.
Okay.
Can I?
And he's gonna go
Can
take
I?
him out of
Can
the
I?
box, so
Yay!
We'll be right back. All right, so Warrior is out of the package now, and we have a lot of things to say, as we've already said a few times.
Yeah, there's
It's a lot of good and a lot of bad too, I guess. Not a lot of bad. There's definitely bad.
There is a lot of work could have been done, especially considering how long we waited for this.
So I guess let's start with the face, because that's, I think, our biggest point of contention right off the bat.
Yep.
So I think it's fair to say we both hate this face.
Yeah, that.
It's not a good face at all.
No.
It's disappointing. It reminds me of the Masters of the Universe style figure they put out last year or 2 years ago. Remember that came out? Remember those? It looks cartoony.
See, I never got those ones. You did, and I believe you did review them. Yeah, I get the idea they're going with it, like him gritting his teeth. But you know what it is? They're trying to match the picture on the box.
I guess that's just not working.
No.
His head just looks too fat.
That's actually a good way to put it. Oh, man.
It's unfortunate because the head that works is the old head that they've been using for years.
Yeah, and that's the unpainted. My opinion is they should have swapped this one as the painted face. And the one that we're not liking, if that was unpainted, I think that would have worked better.
I think that'd still be pretty bad,
It's still pretty bad.
I think
but
just the sculpt's not good.
Yeah. Then again, did we ever have a warrior head sculpt with him gritting his teeth in the Mattel series? I don't
Can't say we've had.
Because the only other face we've seen is like the quote unquote serious face, which that one's actually the worst of all three of them.
Yeah. So basically, one head is pretty good, one head not so good.
Yeah. And I would say this, the one thing I would have liked for the unpainted face, at least a different hairstyle. Like him with like a sweaty hairstyle, for lack of a better term.
I actually wouldn't mind if he had a little bit of just like paint detail, just to show how the paint rubbed
Like
off.
yes, I
This
would.
is totally nude.
Yeah, because if there was a little paint detail, it would have enhanced it like that. Oh man, that's a complete bummer.
An upside is that it's an Ultimate Edition and it has Ultimate Edition articulation.
Which it definitely does. Which that is awesome to do action shots with.
Yeah, because this is like the best articulated warrior figure we've ever had. Because it has all the goodies that you get with the typical Ultimate Edition figures. And since his outfit is pretty light on layers, he's very easy to articulate and move around.
Now, there is also, speaking of articulation, there's some added articulation that we did not expect to see
Yes,
coming out of the box. Basically, right now, his tassels are covered. Not anymore.
OMG.
Oops. Oh,
That's the power of the warrior.
There goes those tassels. Which actually even works better that it's removable. Because how many times have we seen that during his matches, the tassels would come off?
So that's a really, really cool little detail. Like I don't know if they mentioned that before. Maybe they did reveal it at some point, but that is...
I love that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And it's not just his arm tassels, it's even the leg tassels move and everything. So if you're into like doing action shots, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Because now that adds a little level of detail and realism to the figure, which I absolutely love.
And keep in mind, again, this being Ultimate, you've got like superior articulation, so that you could even do the... Well, that's not the right wrestler to do that pose.
No,
it's not. But you can do it now.
But here's the thing, if they did the SummerSlam 89 figure, then it definitely would have, because he actually did that pose in that match.
That's true, yeah.
So...
He's got butterfly joints in the shoulders, double jointed elbows, so he can do that pose and shake his hips. He's got the torso and the chest piece that moves differently. And really the legs are the same as an Elite, just so you have the toe articulation.
If you don't mind, I have over here the original Warrior that we got years and years and years and years and years ago.
And that actually is my original. It's not the re-release.
Yeah, that's the original Legends one. The lower half is the exact same.
It is, yeah.
Minus the toe joint, and that is it.
That's it. Even down to the mold, everything is the
down
same.
to the mold. But now, here's the thing. You could already tell from here, the tassels are way more detailed in the Ultimate Edition.
So it fell off, but there it is.
It's night and day with the tassels.
Yeah.
The only thing I would have liked, because then again, it was 4 colors he used. I'm being nitpicky now. I would have also liked to see the green tassels, but we saw them on the legs. So it's super nitpicky, but still the level of detail on the tassels is amazing. But as you could tell, again, same exact head sculpt. This is the head sculpt I would have wanted to be painted, because it worked so well with this figure.
We basically just needed a whole new warrior head. That's what we should have had, is I think a brand new warrior head.
A brand new warrior head. Or actually now looking at it, comparing it to the other head, actually this head isn't as bad as I first saw. I think what it was because we were comparing the two heads side by side and not with the head painted, we were automatically going, what the hell? But now looking at it, it's actually not as bad. Now I think about it. Don't know if it's going to completely change my opinion, but we'll see as this review goes on.
So I have one nitpick, and that actually kind of comes into the accessories a little bit. And
okay.
So obviously, we were counting the head as an accessory. He also has the 2 belts, because you have to have the 2 belts.
Because he did win both belts at the event. So finally we get a yellow IC belt, a yellow Intercontinental belt to go with the Warrior. Because I know they gave one for the Royal Rumble 90 Warrior, but I don't think he came out with the belt, so it was like pointless for that belt. But at least now he has a proper yellow Intercontinental title.
It's about time.
So
in addition to those belts, he also has a pair of closed fists, which are whatever. What's kind of bugging me is that I actually wish the Warrior had maybe one more set of hands, because these are grip hands. They're meant to hold things, but they're not gorilla press hands.
Which I was about to say that. I was saying, why is there no gorilla press slam?
And they have hands to do that now. There are hands that they can easily have tossed in there that do that. Because again, these are basically the same hands we've seen on all the other Warrior releases.
Which is a bummer, because one of the most iconic moments of that match was Warrior actually lifting up Hogan for a press slam.
I mean, we can actually try and do that right now with our figure and see if he can hold him up.
We'll see.
Because, again, without those... I mean, he could probably do it like this if he bend his hands back a little bit, but it wouldn't quite be the same.
It wouldn't be the same, and it's like...
Let's see if we got this. So, hey, he's actually doing it.
Which is awesome, that he's actually able to hold it, which I believe we would have to give credit to it being an Ultimate Edition, because I think if it was any regular figure, may not work.
No, I don't think so, because I think it's actually the double jointed elbows, I think, are doing a lot of the heavy lifting here, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Because they're able to get in the position that he can support his weight and balance himself at the same time. So, definitely goes to that. And the butterfly joints are also playing a big part in that.
Definitely. But now this warrants... You wanted those Gorilla Press Slam hands.
You do, to make the posing even easier.
So... But that is a bit of a nitpick, because I feel like if you had a figure that had a set of those hands, you could just easily swap them out.
Totally,
as long as the skin tone matches.
Which for the most part they do. Yeah,
Most
there's not really a lot of variation in the skin tone.
Because I feel like this is a skin tone that's very common.
Yeah, totally.
Unlike, as you just brought out, the Hogan, I feel like that skin tone, good luck trying to find an adequate one for.
Yeah, good luck trying to find another figure that looks like Florida Man.
Basically, speaking of that, now we can easily recreate WrestleMania 6 in figure form.
Looks like they're about to smooch.
Are you sure I mentioned that one moment in the match? Please don't make them do a test of strength. Please, why'd I mention it? No. You know how we asked why there was no there's no Gorilla Press Slam hands? I think it's for that exact reason, so that moment cannot be recreated.
Uh-oh. He just fell over. I didn't set this up.
Oh, dear God. Let me see something interesting. Could we swap out the tassels? Takes a little finagling, but I got it, so...
Let's check that out.
Back to my nitpicking on the tassels. Easy fix.
Wow, so you can actually switch the tassels
around.
No one will ever know.
Nobody will ever know. Nope, it wasn't meant like that, but now it is.
Yeah, all right, well, hey, there you go. Problem solved.
So, there you go. I don't have to nitpick about that.
And just for one other comparison here, I wanted to show off an AEW figure because, Vinny hasn't really done any of the AEW figures with me. And, I say that the AEW figures, they're not quite all the way as articulated as an Ultimate Edition, but they're pretty darn close, and in some ways, maybe stronger.
Now, wait a minute. Aren't the AEW figures starting to come out with their own version of the Ultimates now?
They actually are now. Not that this is a plug for them in this video, but they are doing I guess it's going to be called a Supreme line or something.
Something like that. I remember reading into it.
Yeah,
that I think is going to have the same articulation compared to the Mattel Ultimates.
And then it'll probably still be superior because, the one thing that the AEW figures have that the Ultimates don't have is the rocker waist that can let him do suplexes and really get in those poses. Now, they do lack the toe articulation, and they lack the butterfly joints in the shoulders, but they still have double-jointed knees, they still have double-jointed elbows. So, you're basically missing two joints, but you are getting this nice rocker joint, which is
True.
handy. So, it's not, not necessarily that one is better than the other, but they are pretty close to each other, and with that Supreme line coming out, yeah, that's going to be a whole new thing. That's
going to definitely be a game changer, and then that will probably make Mattel want to up its game as well, which, that's always a good thing for us.
Exactly.
But now back to the attire of Warrior.
You mean this attire right there?
That attire, exactly. What I will say is it's still very accurate to the match. Which, they've nailed it since day one.
Yeah.
So that's, I guess, the one benefit to having a maybe third, fourth release of this figure. In essence. For the love of Christ, I don't want to see another one.
Yeah, no, we've had enough of these.
No, we've had enough. At this point... I'm wondering what other Warriors they could do. There's not really much they could do anymore. But
yeah, the version with the hat. I want the version with the baseball hat.
And the breakable frame.
Exactly. That's the next iconic version they need to make.
But we better get a Jerry Lawler with that one.
Well, yeah, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, overall, I mean, it's actually a very strong figure.
It is. On initial opening, we were like, okay, we have our nitpicks with it. But then the more and more we look into it, it's actually meeting our expectations, if not more. You know what? It is well worth the wait.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm used to waiting long times for figures anyway. I'm used to ordering from companies that can take up to a year to get something. I know a lot of folks who buy wrestling toys aren't really used to that weight.
No,
Especially with the
I'm
supply
definitely
demand.
not.
Especially with the supply demand issues we've had the past 2 years because of COVID. I'm
Which
used to
hopefully
delays.
soon it's going to be over.
Let's keep hoping, yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully, you know what? We do get more Warriors. I don't know if we're going to see them in the Ultimate Wave anymore. If we had to get an Ultimate Edition, it had to be this one.
Absolutely.
Because this was also the beginning of him doing the more elaborate attires. Once again, Mattel nailed it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I really wish that more people get their hands on this because, again, this thing is going to be hard to find. I don't know if Amazon's going to have more of them. Don't think
I
they
don't
are.
think they are because I think once they came out with that wave, then that's it. It's done. It's not like the other Ultimates where eventually it's going to hit the stores. This one is not hitting stores. This is a pure Amazon exclusive.
Yeah, but I still, even with that, would tell you to be careful of scalpers. Don't pay $100. Don't pay $80.
No.
I wouldn't pay more than 60, 65.
This is what exactly. This is one of those that if you were able to get this off Amazon, great. Would I want to pay the scalping money for it? No. That's the one thing I will say. This is not worth the scalping money because if you had one of the other editions, that's a suitable replacement.
And keep in mind, as more people get the figures over the next few weeks, that price will come down. It's supply and demand. So the more people that get these toys,
the better it is for us.
Exactly.
So.
And same thing with the upcoming Ultimate Edition Hogan that Amazon's also doing.
Which
people are getting impatient, keep waiting.
We've been waiting because I think that one was supposed to release before this Warrior.
I believe it was, but
and I've seen people with it already, but I believe it's now the second wave that's supposed to be shipping out soon.
At some point, yeah. So basically, moral of the story is if you're gonna buy scalp stuff, it's okay right now, I guess, if you have no choice, but wait a little bit. Not too long, but give it a little bit of time for more people to get these things in their hands.
Yeah, it's the real scary part about the scalping is when that ring from the Mattel Creations comes out. That's going to be fun.
That's going to be a review for the future. So that's our look at our Ultimate Edition Warrior Amazon Fan Takeover exclusive. Really, a few nitpicks, but overall, very good figure.
Because as we started really getting into the nitpicks, we found ways around it.
Exactly.
So
if you want to buy this for yourself, well, good luck.
Good luck.
That's our advice to you.
Yep. But.
So until next time, I'm Matthew.
And I'm Vinny.
This has been Nerd News Today. We'll see you guys next time with whatever the heck it is we do here on Nerd News Today. Destrucere!